All right, so start Eric. Who's your guy that you will argue to the depths on, like, in the wrestling, the world of wrestling?
Who's the best?
Who's your guy? Who's your guy that you will just argue, like, you know what? No, like, to your personal goat. Like, nobody can deter you from this man, no matter what.
You know what it is? I don't want to say I have two, but it was how wrestling was introduced to me. So,
Okay.
like, wrestling was introduced to me from my dad, right? And he would always tell me, the Ultimate Warrior is the best wrestler of all time. And then I'm like, how can he be the best of all time? He's wrestling right now. And he's like, no, he's that amazing. When I seen the electric energy this guy had, we all like imitated. Like, it just, you wanted to be him, and the music, dun, 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 it just pumped you up. Like, man. So I think that he made me pick the Ultimate Warrior based on how it was introduced. But my favorite, just because of his mouthpiece, is Roddy Piper, man.
Ooh.
I would, come on, man. Like, hitting with the coconut, man. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man. That's like, to me, that was like the original. A lot of characters are taken the way, because he, on the outside, you would never think he would be that character. He is like a kilt on and stuff. But then his mouthpiece, when he got to the mic, he would rip you to shreds, man. You know, and he can wrestle. So that's my vote.
I've been hand down a lot of his tapes to, like, really study as of recently. And Terry Taylor's been like, shout out Terry Taylor. What's going on, man? Just like been really studying him a little bit more in depth. And I'm like, man, I appreciate a lot of things he does, because you don't see a lot of that anymore. And such subtleties, such poise, it's timing.
Even natural.
Natural, like, and it's hard to teach it. You just gotta live it in a way, which is like a lot of these guys, man, just lived it in a certain way. Juice, who's your guy that you just, no matter what, you can't be deterred from?
Undertaker. Even when he took the WrestleMania loss, a lot of people were sad and over it, and you know, it didn't affect me that deep. You know, I was hurt by it, but it wasn't like, oh, he's done, he's washed up. I still believe that, you know, he can come back and redeem himself and perform at a higher level. I even have a freaking tattoo. You know what I mean? Like, he can't do any wrong. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
Oh, this is really hurting you coming up on 30 years, man. The Survivor Series, like, this weekend, man.
You like, man, if I see one more ad of this, like, it's not over. Man. It is not over. It ain't over.
It ain't over. I don't care what they say.
Like, you know how many last five posters I've seen?
Even if it's over, he's had a great career. He's done things that no one could do.
Incredible.
That's a fact.
Meech.
I would like to. I have to pick two. I don't want to do this, but okay. HBK is my number one favorite of all time, because he made me feel like when I watched wrestling. I've been watching wrestling since my uncle used to play tapes. So the stuff I used to watch was before my era. So I didn't even know I was watching old stuff. And everyone in that era was so big that when I turned on the TV and seen Shawn Michaels in current era, I was like, oh, I can wrestle, you know? And that made me feel like I just love HBK. But then outside of him, I have to put this man second. Mick Foley is low-key, and he just moved up this year. I sat and really thought about it this year, and I watched a lot of tape and stuff. I think Mick Foley's my second favorite wrestler of all time. He has my favorite DDT. He makes my favorite He makes my favorite sound in the ring. He does a mandible claw to people. He has had 5 different gimmicks in one night. I didn't see him Dude Love and Cactus Jack in the same night. It's like there's nothing better than that, man. The costume is a shirt with spray painted stripes. Like, come on, he's the best.
And then, and like, to add to that, like, remember how you said living it? Like, that's natural.
Oh, no, that's him, man.
That's so natural.
Man, the monologues he used to write as Mankind was crazy.
They are crazy.
This is amazing. It's poetry, bro. I was like, you wrote that? Like, and that character is so, even the way he talked in that diction was way different. Like, the time has come. Like, good to all of you. It was like,
and to me, guys, that's why Undertaker was low-key my second favorite, because there's a range to me. And Mick Foley has literally been hardcore, funny, comic relief, bad guy, good guy.
Yeah.
Like, he come on, who else could fight Undertaker? And really, not much people can make a fight against Undertaker realistic. And when Mankind first came out, I thought that man was going to kill Undertaker when I was a kid. I thought it was over for Undertaker. I said, this guy with his Hannibal Lecter mask is going to kill him.